In 2018, President Donald Trump makes a promise to put America first. He argues that decades of free trade agreements hurt American workers and industries. His solution? Tariffs, lots of tariffs. Trump slaps hefty taxes on goods imported from China, the European Union, and, crucially for this story, Canada and Mexico. These two countries, America's closest neighbors and partners in the North American Free Trade Agreement, find themselves in the crosshairs of a trade war. Trump's reasoning is simple: protect American jobs and businesses from what he sees as unfair competition. He believes that by making foreign goods more expensive, American consumers will buy American-made products instead. This, in theory, boosts domestic manufacturing and creates jobs. However, the reality of trade wars is rarely that straightforward. The tariffs, primarily targeting steel and aluminum imports, send shockwaves through the global economy. Canada and Mexico, longtime allies and trading partners, are particularly vulnerable. Their economies are deeply intertwined with the United States, and the sudden imposition of tariffs threatens to disrupt supply chains, increase costs for businesses, and ultimately hurt consumers on both sides of the border. The stage is set for a trade war, a conflict where the weapons are not bombs and bullets, but tariffs and trade barriers. While Trump may believe he's playing a strong hand, the consequences of his actions soon ripple through the American economy, hitting some of his most ardent supporters the hardest. Canada and Mexico are not about to take Trump's tariffs lying down. Both countries respond with retaliatory tariffs of their own, targeting specific American products and industries. Their strategy is twofold: inflict economic pain on key sectors of the US economy and exert political pressure on the Trump administration. Canada, under the leadership of Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, carefully selects its targets. They impose tariffs on goods from states that are considered Republican strongholds or crucial swing states in US elections. This is a calculated move to hit Trump where it hurts his political base. Mexico, led by President Enrique Peña Nieto, follows suit with retaliatory tariffs on a range of American goods, including agricultural products like pork and bourbon. The message is clear: this trade war will have consequences for American businesses and consumers, and the pain will be felt in states that are crucial to Trump's political fortunes. Beyond tariffs, Canada and Mexico also engage in diplomatic efforts to resolve the dispute. They participate in negotiations with the Trump administration to modernize NAFTA. But the talks are often fraught with tension and disagreements. The trade war drags on, creating uncertainty and anxiety for businesses and consumers on all sides. Few industries feel the brunt of Trump's trade war as acutely as the automotive sector. The North American auto industry is highly integrated, with parts and vehicles flowing freely across borders. Trump's tariffs on steel and aluminum disrupt this delicate ecosystem. American automakers, already grappling with declining sales and rising costs, are hit with a double whammy. Section 4. The price of protectionism. American consumers feel the pinch. While Trump's trade war is ostensibly about protecting American jobs and businesses, it is American consumers who ultimately bear the brunt of the costs. The tariffs passed down through the supply chain lead to higher prices for a wide range of goods, from cars and washing machines to groceries and beer. The price increases are felt most acutely by low- and middle-income households who spend a larger proportion of their income on essential goods. For families already struggling to make ends meet, the added burden of higher prices for everyday items creates financial strain and hardship. The trade war also contributes to a decline in consumer confidence as uncertainty and anxiety about the economy grow. When consumers are worried about the future, they tend to cut back on spending, which can further slow economic growth. Many of Trump's most ardent supporters, particularly in rural and industrial areas, are grappling with the unintended consequences of the trade war. Farmers face retaliatory tariffs from China, which target American agricultural exports, leading to plummeting prices and unsold stockpiles. Small manufacturers, who rely on imported materials, see their costs soar, squeezing profit margins and forcing some to lay off workers or even shut down. Despite these hardships, Many in Trump's base remain steadfast in their support, believing that the long-term benefits of a stronger, more self-reliant America will eventually outweigh the short-term pain. The trade war has far-reaching implications for the United States' relationships with its trading partners. Long-standing alliances are being tested as countries retaliate with their own tariffs and seek new trading partners. Trust in the United States as a reliable trading partner is eroding, and some nations are beginning to shift their economic focus towards other regions, such as Europe or Asia. The ripple effects of the trade war are also impacting global supply chains, leading to a re-evaluation of trade policies and practices worldwide. In the long run, the trade war may permanently alter the landscape of international trade, with lasting consequences for the global economy. And as we navigate the ruins of a trade war, it's essential to reflect on the lessons we are learning. One key takeaway is the importance of understanding the interconnectedness of the global economy and the potential repercussions of protectionist policies. Policymakers must carefully weigh the benefits and costs of such measures, considering not only the intended outcomes, but also the potential for unintended consequences. Additionally, fostering open dialogue and cooperation with international partners is crucial for maintaining stable and prosperous economic relationships. Moving forward, a balanced approach that considers both domestic interests and global interdependence is vital for creating sustainable economic policies.